Alright guys, it's Ghost, and we're back with more Satisfactory. So last time, we got our entire gigantic, I gotta leaf through these things, production line for these modular frames done. We have to ride this all the way over there. Our research just came back. So now, to increase the speed of our conveyor belts, we're going to have to be able to build motors. Which I think are actually 2 steps, like, beyond what we have. Thank you. I really want to make a ground level conveyor belt that I could just ride around on, because, can we just straight up put it on the ground? Must have a conveyor pole or an input-output of a building. So if I just put a conveyor pole, I could totally make a little, man, we're gonna not even walk in this factory. That's how automated we're gonna be. Wow, we have a lot of, bars and random things in our inventory. Let's rearrange a little bit. Also, we were going to go look for some power slugs. So, in order to get the new storage container... Oh, right, we had the Foundry access. Right. So we need to set up the steel production. Luckily, we have all the resources we need for that. Let's go head over and get that going. I've been saving these things over here for just such an occasion, so that way we can produce a whole new factory. And luckily, the coal offloading is right here, so it works out perfectly. And we are completely full up. Good thing we're going to start using a ridiculous ton. Well, we're almost full up of coal. So let's get these rocks cleared off. And then we're going to have to see about how exactly we need to do the coal smelting. Or the steel smelting. And I think we just straight up combine ore in them. But let us actually take a look. We also have the miner Mark IIs, which are able to mine even faster, but they require some high-level material we do not have. Honestly, we don't need... Like, these are all pure nodes. That's 240 material a minute. I don't even think... Yeah, because until we get the conveyor belts, we can't even pull that much out of them. And then only then we barely outpace it. But let's go... You know what I need to do is I need to make myself another car. Actually, I just need to make a crafting bench over that side. So I don't have to keep running back through my factory when I'm dealing with work over on that side. But I'm already halfway back here. Also, did we have anything new we could research? No, we haven't found anything new in the environment yet. Okay, so steel ingot is 3 iron ore and 3 coal. Okay. So, I wonder how fast the Foundry works. Oh, okay, the Foundry requires us to have, in order to make that, we need steel. Alright, let's go get a stack of coal, and do we have enough to make a crafting bench? Yeah, we're just going to work everything over here. What if we could just disassemble our main base and start working from over here? Because the whole power grid does not actually connect to our main base, so we could potentially move that. Alright. Let's find a nice spot to place this down that isn't going to conflict with anything. Do we have... Okay, let's quickly just craft some biofuel so we can turn our chainsaw on. And that way we can clean out these unwanted things here. There we go. Now we don't have as much plant life right in the middle of our crafting bench. Boom. And let's get ourselves another storage personal box. Can we just put it on one of these things? No. There we go. And that way we can get rid of some of this stuff. Thank you. But we do not need your services any longer. Alright. So, we need to produce some steel. So we need to go get ourselves a stack of coal. We need to really get some stuff going on that. Alright, so. Okay, for a second there, I thought we weren't able to actually produce the steel ourselves, and I'm like, well, how do we get steel to make the thing that makes steel? Alright, that gets us quite a few of these ingots. So why don't we figure out what we need for a single smeltery, and then we'll never have to smelt the stuff by hand. So, one foundry needs 3 beams, 14 pipes, and the concrete. So, the beams, or the 14 pipes, let's make those. Okay, and our steel beams need to be paste beams, which take 4 beams apiece, so we need to make 12. Alright. Yeah, we just opened up a whole huge tech tree. So, how are we gonna manage to do all of this smelting? I think we got room over here to do it, though. Alright, let's just do some crappy miners. We don't have portable miners yet, so we need to make one of those. Yeah, I'm glad I made this crafting bench over here. I don't even have to step on it, I can just do this from down here. Nice. Alright, 2 portable miners. Now, how do we want this routed? Because I'm kind of envisioning, like, putting all of the production line down along where this ramp is. And in order to do that, we need stuff coming out of forges, like, over here and then feeding in. You know, let's just point it away for right now, because we can always rotate things around. Something like that. Actually, no. No. You wouldn't want it like that. Or... well, no, because then the pipe can come out this way and we can spread it out across the things we need. Let's actually line it up nice against the mountainside here. So that we kind of run, like, parallel to the wall. Just make it look nice. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So, 1 foundry. Maybe we should put some foundations down. Yeah, we just need to get this thing producing. No, let's get the foundations down. We've kind of passed the point where we can just have it sloppily sitting anywhere. Speaking of sloppily slating anywhere. So glad these cost the same, so I don't have to care when I have to set up the larger ones. I don't have to try to optimize concrete production, which is going to need some reworking, because apparently the concrete production also is used for our encased steel beams, so we're going to have to set up a, like, transport thing that brings some concrete over to this side of the factory. Oop. Alright. So, foundries. Gonna have to eventually... Oh, I can't afford the concrete requirements anymore. Easy enough. Let's go get some concrete. We'll get 2 stacks because we're building a lot. And then hopefully we'll have enough of those modular frames produced by the time we get done with this. Let's see, is anything else stuck? Just the cables. We don't need a ton of cables, so we're fine for right now. Should be good to make our foundry now. Surprised it actually needed concrete for the base foundry. Alright, there's our first one, and we can just keep layering these things over, and then we'll worry about feeding things in properly. This rock is kind of in the way, though. We should make it back farther, like back here, yeah. Let's just shoot the foundry. That seems like a great idea. Because this is going to be a long production queue, so the sooner I get these things down... Yeah, then I can have the whole row right across here. Perfect. Alright. So let's get some of these things pumping. So those are input pipes, so that's not going to help us any. Well, I guess we could just split off the splitter. Logistics... Splitter... This rock right here is really making things a little bit annoying, but I think we can still get this to work. Alright. Okay, perfect. There's just enough room to run a conveyor belt Mark II this way. So we'll make another splitter here. So the issue we're going to start having is trying to get these lined up. Because we're going to have iron coming in and coal as well, and they need to be kind of like staggered, so we're going to need to do some like weird vertical stuff here. I do it again? Yeah, that's my output side. Damn it, every time. Here's my green line. Cross it with my other green line, and boom! Perfectly lined up. The question is this a Mark II line? Yeah, so when that locks up, this line runs at full speed. Huh? Oh, I don't have this thing configured for going to steel ingots, so it's not accepting things into its inventory, or is it not just because it's powered? Alright, let's get some power poles down. Ooh. Go. We need a power pole over here for you two. Oh, it's cool even on the little things. I've never looked up. I've always looked at the ground when placing things. I didn't realize it actually flew stuff out of my inventory for these as well. These drills are now online. So this thing is able to produce 120 ore a minute. One of these forges can consume 45, or if we overclock it, that would be 65. So 1 to 3 we could get consuming perfectly. Close enough. So yeah, we do want a conveyor belt splitter. We can handle 3 of these for every 1. Now, can we stack conveyor belt splitters? Real nice if we could build these on top of each other. Alright, so that's producing 30 steel ingots every minute. That's nice. So let's just do a temporary storage unit, because we're going to have to eventually hook this up to the whole network. But for right now, I just want somewhere where it can dump its stuff so it can keep producing. There we are. Alright, we're making steel ingots. Is that 60 a minute it's producing? No, 30 a minute producing. Okay. So now we need to make 2 more foundries. Actually, we're going to need a lot more than just 2 foundries, but we're going to need 5 more foundries? Yeah, we might as well go full tilt on steel because it's a new base resource. So, how many steel are we going to need? 15 encased beams, 70 pipes. Let's get what beams we can. Alright, that's enough for 1 foundry, so let's get the rest. So if we just keep building this 1 foundry at a time, we'll eventually hit the point where it keeps producing enough to make the next foundry faster, and next foundry, next foundry, next foundry. Alright, and then that lets us build a foundry. line it up with this one, put it right next to it. Boom. And then we can build, what does it look like? About one per foundation, more or less. Cool. So let's get a... Let's go get a tier 3 on all, or tier 2 on all of these. And then we're going to need to make a hole. Too steep. What if we just connect to that other pole? There we go. You are producing steel ingots. So the question is the... Let's see, that's 45 a minute. So if we get 3 foundries, this input, or this pipe already is maxed. So I don't even know if we need that second miner, because we won't be able to house it until we get the better things. That's fine. We'll just disconnect it for now. Come back to it later. There we are. Now it's not part of our power profile. How bad are these things for power use? They are 16 megawatts, and no, we're still doing okay. We can always add some more coal-fired plants when we really need to. I'm just glad the coal isn't being really needed for consuming for power as much. It's actually just going for more of these buildings. So let's take our Foundry to-do list down to just one more. Let's get another 2 storage containers here. Or you know what we can do? Let's just put a... Come on. Oh, I don't have enough just default plates to make a storage container. What did I use them all on? I guess I just didn't stock up before coming down. Yeah, because I haven't been using them on the conveyor belts. That's for sure. Good thing. Seems like we're well stocked on their production. Oh, our wires have hit capacity now, too. Damn. So we've just fully stopped production on half of our stuff because we don't have the storage room. Yeah, we're going to have to work on a storage facility soon. Well, we're actually not going to, because I can... Once I get this milestone for logistics, I can get double storage-sized things, so I can just go vertical with it. Can we squeeze a merger into here? Looks like we can. Alright, power pole. Move you back just a touch. Back more than just a touch. What needs the clearance? Okay, new plan. Build the damn thing down the hill. Then storage unit. Doesn't really matter where it is, because it's not going to be there for long as we can pipe into it. Okay. Now we have a storage place for that. Let's make another foundry. And then really, really go crazy with where these things have to pipe up. Alright, so for our foundry, we need 10 more steel beams. And we need industrial beams, which means we need 9 of these. No, 12 of these. Alright, build one last foundry. I never hooked the power back up to those. Alright, power. Power. And a tier 3 line, or tier 2 line out of here, into the merger. And you're gonna make some steel ingots for me. Weird little conveyor belt coming out to here. A conveyor pole. Like that. Nope, too close. Alright. Yeah. Pushed all around. It's a power pole. It's not a conveyor pole. And we're short plates. Pick up some steel ingots on our way. And we need reinforced plates, which really are not being produced very quickly. Like, we are consuming them at a much more exponential rate, but that's fine. Oh, look at that beautiful just set of steel coming out there every so often. Yeah, so I think that line's going to actually be packed full with 3 of these, so that's actually going to work out nicely. Alright, now... It's a little, like, screwy, but it, you know, proportions that out exactly as it needs to go, so... And now we're actually doing something with the coal that's coming in, so it's able to just continuously shuttle over here. And our power plants are never going to run out because they've got so much storage over here, so that's good. So now it looks like the iron is what's backed up. Maybe? That one might only be backed up because I started it with an initial amount. Alright, so we got our foundry going, we got steel production going. Now, what do we produce with steel? So, the steel has to produce steel beams and steel pipes. Some of the beams become industrial beams. Some of the pipes go to stators, and those combine to motors. Alright. And so it costs 1 for each of those. And then the industrial beam uses 4. Trying to figure out the input and output flow for this. So what I might do... Come on, let me climb. Aw. So we have these three things all feeding into that. Now, for our production purposes, do we need more beams or do we need more pipes? I'm not very familiar with this tech tree yet, so I'm not sure which one we need more of. Because we've got 3 outputs, we don't need to have them merging. And there's no sense in having steel ingots, we only want products. So, we can go... With 4, we could go straight into the stators. So it looks like right now we need 2 producing beams and 1 producing pipes. Alright. So what I'm actually going to do is let these things back up a little bit. It's easier than walking down there if I just pick it all up by disassembling it. Let's get some more foundations out across here. Go. Oh, that's hitting the space elevator's clearance? Okay. Can we put ramps down? Oh, and then we're out of concrete again. Wait, did the rotor thing fill up? Are we producing so many rotors? Oh, wow. Alright, grab some concrete and let's fix our rotor storage problem. It's nice to have storage problems. That means we're producing so efficiently that we need to do this. Stop standing on the conveyor belt while organizing. Standard ones should be fine, because we're not producing them at that high of a rate. We're just producing them so efficiently. Alright. Rotor production is sound. Which is good, because we're going to need lots of those. These frames, we might need to put another factory out to get the output kicked up a little bit. ramp set. Messes with something's clearance. Yeah, whatever. It's close enough to the ground. I don't need to jump to get through it. Alright, so each one of these is now going to go into a constructor. That actually fit with a belt. Yep, those will fit in. Cool. So this constructor will start producing our steel beams. And then we'll get another constructor here, and for the third one. That power pole is what's in the way. Yeah. And a constructor. Alright, we need some power poles down this way. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Yeah. I disconnected the power plant, so I just shut the power down the whole grid. Damn it. Oh no, I didn't shut the whole grid down. Sweet. It is nice not having the entire grid crash on me. Alright. You are going to produce me the beams, and you are going to produce me the beams. Didn't hook up the conveyor belts. Let's make the fancy ones in. There we are. So now we're producing steel beams and steel pipes. You're doing beams. Let's make you... You're doing beams. Okay, you're not supposed to be doing... You're supposed to be doing pipes. There we go. Just put a little conveyor belt out in front of each one so that they show me what they're making. Waste of, No! Oh, okay, good. We didn't take out the constructor. Woo! Alright. Let's go stuff this extra coal that we have into here. We don't need raw coal sitting in our inventory. We have a lot of ingots sitting around. they can just go fed into these machines and then fed to the correct production lines. Okay, so now I'm gonna have to make the next production stuff, which is gonna get a little bit more complicated because the beams need concrete and the stators need wire. So the question is, do we want to have these things produced here? Or do we want to feed them into the storage unit and then take the Tier 2, combine the production lines? Either we're going to have to run production or transport lines from the factories over there, around and into here, and then our products go over there. Or we pull out of the back of the machines and set up some, like, Tier 2 production behind it. Honestly, I'm not sure which is the better route. Well, for right now, let's... Because we're going to get these Tier 2 storage things soon. So let's actually get all the parts we need to launch these things into space. Do we have room in our inventory? Probably not. Maybe we do. Alright. We need 3 stacks of wire, 5 stacks of cable, and then 25 of the frames. Let's get the 25 frames. God, we really need to deal with this organizational system. Yeah, 25 frames. Perfect. Alright. 5 stacks of wire, 3 stacks of cable. Exactly what we can hold. Alright. Our biomass generator is offline again, but that's fine. Biomass is old school. We now have coal power. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. Alright, now we just need to send off 50 motors. The motors are going to require stator production, then motor production. Alright. How do we want to do this? We can't build any more storage units towards the space elevator. So I think what we need to do is build some storage units over there, and then just kind of slide these lines down. Which is going to be annoying, but necessary. Actually, we can't build any more storage units because we've got this here, don't we? Like, can we still build foundations out across here? No. We've hit the limit. Huh. How many more storage units can we build here? Just one, and then the next one... I mean, I guess it hangs off, but it lets us. It's a little bit ugly, I'm gonna admit, but it's not terrible. I mean, we don't need to have the biomass output here, so we can get 3 more products over here. Don't know. Because, see, the thing is, what I want to do is I want to have some permanent storage of everything, because if we need concrete, I want to be able to get concrete and not have every piece of concrete ever made be processed into something else. Like, our wire spools, we are not filling up this machine in time. Well, we're almost filling it up. So I want to have, like, every one of these shunt to a permanent material resource storage, and then have additional storage for the other machine stuff. Because, like, we filled up our rotors real quick, but that's just because they don't stack very well. This is all looking like we don't have enough room here at our base. But no, we could. We'll have to figure out something better for the storage facility. Alright, for right now, we need to make sure these machines have somewhere to put their stuff. So that is... beams will need to go to concrete beams. So I think we need one more storage thing. Because the beams need to go to the heavy beams. Some of them. Actually, I guess... yeah, and then some will stay as beams. Alright, so what do we need? We need the encased beams and stator production. Actually, we only need stator production. Encased beams don't have to be produced right now. So let's focus on stator to motor. So stator means we need wires coming in from our copper. And motors means we need to have the rotors coming around. Alright. So yeah, you know what? Let's just shift these things all into the storage units as they are. So, this guy is producing ingots at 10 a minute. This guy's producing beams at 10 a minute. This guy's producing steel pipe at 15 a minute. Alright. So let's put a merger over here. And then have each of these feed into that. And then this guy will feed into a pole that goes here. And then one that goes there. This one will feed out to here. These guys can move along right next to each other. Now the question is, how much can this produce a minute? This is producing 15 a minute. Alright, so these we don't need to be using the good belts for. We can just use the shitty ones. Cool. So that means we actually don't need all of these foundations that we set up here. Because we're going to send everything to the storage unit, and then we'll pull from the storage unit for the next tier of factory stuff, because we're going to expand out past the space elevator that way. Alright. Then we need some ramps. Alright, now we have easy ways of getting up here. Now we just need to feed all of these over. So, we're gonna have to get a little creative, because I want to be lazy. So in order to be lazy, we're going to set this place up properly with our double system. Oop. Get some ramps over here. Ramp. Alright, and then some more storage. So now, for the wonderfully lazy part of this, what we're going to do is we're going to take a tier 3 belt, and we're going to use the belt to transfer everything over. Boom. And then we just have to move the connection over to this belt line when one is empty. Or we could just stop being lazy. Yeah. This is actually a bad idea. I just realized it'd be faster just to take it and move it by hand. Because it's just a couple stacks, and we just have to move it down too. I wanted to use the machines to do it all, but this is one of those cases where I'd have to set more things up and then wait a very, very long time for the setup to achieve its goal than just moving it myself. So, we're going to be lazy, however, and make ourselves a storage box. And this storage box is going to hold pretty much everything we've got. And then we'll just do this. Actually, shit, we have to move the conveyor belt input lines over. Otherwise, we're going to get ourselves into some trouble. And I don't have all of the stuff I need to make them, because I'm dumb. The good news is we have more storage space now than the containers have. Alright. All of this for the sake of order. Ooh, some of these are rather long sections. Alright. So now, might have to rework the entirety of this line. Alright. New biofuel belt. Apparently they have a max limit. Alright, let's do this. Yep, can't quite reach, so we need to put one pole here. I'm going to try to move it more straight, because we're actually going to need this space for the expansion of the copper production. Alright, biofuel is hooked up. Then next to biofuel will come the cables. Yeah, we're gonna have to... Wow, we are gonna have to redo a lot of this system, or kind of fiddle with some of it. Too steep. Wrap it around this power pole. There we go, cabling. Now for the iron spools. Or the copper spools. Which will go into there. Move that from over here. Nope, that's messing with clearance, so put a sub pole like right here. From here. There. Alright, that'll start moving our wires. Take down these. Then concrete. Go down that line. Be the new belt location for that one. Wait, did we cut out something? Rods are going that way. Plates. Yes, we didn't ever hook this thing up. Alright. And rotors can go down there. And then we have these 3 storage units for our new stuff. Is anything not being carried over? No, we're good. So we actually have an extra storage unit. That's fine. Alright, and then let's get these all doubled, because I don't want to have to go back and do doubling again, so let's just get the storage doubling taken care of from the start. Let's put that one backwards. This one. Alright, all the belts are flowing the right way. Alright. Now we just need to move over all the stuff in the back, and then get these things moved over, which actually they're maxed on production right now, so let's just do some cheap little poles. Room. Go there. There we go. At least everything has somewhere to move to, and production can resume again. We've got a spare one for the other pipes when we get to them. And we just have to move everything down by 2, and our storage facility is complete. So, take all these, store all the biofuel here. Take all of these. Store all of our cabling here. Probably should be doing this from the middle, because then I can reach both sides of the things. Alright, that's the last of the cable. Right, we have a lot of cable production. That'll halt the cable production. What is going on? Why aren't we producing... Oh god, the whole system just shut down. What? Did I flip a breaker? Did coal production gum up somewhere? What'd I do? Was I using too much coal? I shouldn't have been using too much coal. I got such a massive backlog of it. We are just slightly over capacity. Alright, let's get another coal power plant. We need 5 rotors and 2 more frames. Not the best place to do this. Is this the one that was storing frames before? Yeah. Cool. Line that up with the rest of the coal generators. Can we still get around behind it? Oh, look at that, we can. So we can still get to that cave should we ever need to. I can also build a staircase up for that cave. Let us do this. Conveyor splitter. Really? 1 plate? Alright. Let's go see where the plate production line is. I need to borrow these. So that said it was lined up, but it lied. Now it's lined up. Alright, now this can split into here. And then also down to here. We just do a shitty one? Oh, we have to do the Mark IIs then. 11, of course it does. Alright. Get some heavy plates, and then we'll get the Mark IIs in there. Not that we even need the Mark IIs, we just need the regular plates. Just can't remember which one of these is regular plates. This one. Ah, conveyor belts. So much fun just trying to keep reorganizing the factory in order to solve all the problems. Now that we have all these generators on, as soon as the coal actually goes into this one, I'm probably sure I got coal in my hand from... Yep, there we go. Alright, then... because we now have this power plant, we need another power pole, which we don't have a rod and a concrete for. Are you kidding me? Ah. 1 rod, 1 concrete. Probably some cables. This was the nice thing about having all of that random stuff in my inventory before. So I didn't have to worry about this. There we go. And then we'll just recable this, and we'll be good to go. And then next time, I think I'm going to head to that spooky cave and see what the hell's going on in that, because I think we've got pretty much the conveyor belt system and the production more or less taken care of for right now. Alright. Come on, did I not have to flip the switch? What the hell? Are these just automated? Huh. Maybe because I didn't blow the fuse? Alright, whatever. Not gonna complain. Alright, let's get everything transferred. Actually, I think I'll wrap it up here. I'm gonna go transfer that stuff off camera, because all it is just me moving them down the storage units until everything is now coming in and out of the correct storage unit that I've moved them to. So, yeah. We'll see you guys next time when we try to get a couple outputs over here set up. Maybe just a little bit of minor factory stuff back here. And then we move on to do some exploration. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe for more. See you next time on more Satisfactory.